Hello guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that little bell right there so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video. Okay? Enjoy.
What is up, guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. So if you like any of those things, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Right? Now, I am here at 1esport.gg. It's a strange domain name, but it's where the news is at. Hideo Kojima says Arcane is the future of animation and CG. So, of course, you know about Hideo Kojima, producer of Metal Gear Solid and all that. So on his Twitter account, he says a digital video that Arcane, Netflix Arcane, based on League of Legends. It says it's a digital video achievement between realism and art, following in the footsteps of Spider-Verse, Love Dead Robot, and Witness, the future of animation CG. Right, so it says it's the future of animation and CG, and I don't think he's too far off, right? I think he's right. And let me explain why he's right. Because it's definitely the future of animation in the West. Because as you already know, Western companies have abandoned, or at least in America, they have abandoned 2D animation. And when they do 2D animation, they usually outsource it. For example, Avatar: The Last Airbender was outsourced to, a studio in South Korea. South Korea, right? And even the Japanese are also outsourcing their animation to China. They've been doing that since the 80s. But I mean, not in a large scale, but now it's becoming more common than ever, right? So, if you guys watch Netflix Arcane, it's based on League of Legends, a super popular video games that has, there's esports about it and everything. I don't play League of Legends, but it's super popular. I did like the Netflix show somewhat. I thought I didn't quite enjoy the story, but I did enjoy the art because steampunk is always popular. Now, is Arcane the future of animation and CG? Definitely the future of CG because it looks so good, right? It looks so good, and it reminded me a little bit of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That CG with that cartoony kind of like, I guess, a little bit of watercolor and pastel colors added to the CG, right? The coloring is the coloring that makes the CG figures look like cartoons, like actual kind of like hand drawings, but they're not. It's a really cool effect. But what I'm trying to say here is that yes, this is where animation is gonna go, and basically, Japan is gonna be one of the few places where traditional animation stays alive, right? And thankfully, we have people like Hayao Miyazaki, who hates AI generated animation. And he even said here on IndieWire that, what did he say? He says, Hayao Miyazaki calls artificial intelligence an insult to life itself. And he says that the pencil is the tool of an animator, right? So in Japan, you have traditionalists like Hayao Miyazaki. But in the West, besides comic books, you have people that are kind of like leaving 2D animation behind. As a matter of fact, they are really replacing it. They're replacing 2D animation and just relying on computers to do most of the work, right? So I mean, take a look at the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales. It's CG, but it has a lot of cartoony effects. And to make up for the hand-drawn animation, and to make up for that hand-drawn look to a show, to a cartoon in the West, a lot of animation studios, they're using that style. They're using that style, relying on that style, and that is what we see on shows like Arcane, Netflix Arcane, League of Legends, right? That's what we see. So it's kind of sad, but he is right. And take it from, you know, an expert. I mean, he's definitely not an expert in animation, but he's a video game director. And, you know, the man knows what he's talking about, right? And one last word. So it says Hideo Kojima gives League of Legends animated series Arcane a huge thumbs up. Hideo Kojima revealed a tweet today, yeah, basically saying, you know. So Hideo Kojima is absolutely right, but I think this applies more to the West than it does to the East, right? Because a lot of animation is done in Japan and in South Korea, and I think parts of China, depending on parts of China, right? And I believe India does some animation. I don't know, but I think India does. I'm not sure how their animation industry works. But the point is, guys, that this, what he's saying, applies more to the West than it does to the East. I think the future of animation in the West is definitely relying a lot on CG, right? So as to Japan, you know, Japan is still very traditional. So I think it's gonna be a long time before they completely move to, you know, CG. Long enough for us to continue to enjoy, you know, actual 2D animation. That's why anime is so popular. That's why manga keeps winning and beating Western comics. And I'm not gonna regurgitate that, but that's pretty much the point. And that was pretty much it. But whatever your thoughts are, comment below. And like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for future notifications. This is Andy Matrix. Godspeed. What is up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can receive new future notifications. Check out the blog at andyrtv.com. Follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts or anything you want to say right below this video in the comments below. This is Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching. Godspeed, everybody. Godspeed.